Hey, what's up, fellas? How you doing? Man, Antonelli here.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How we doing? Matt Antonelli here, and today we're answering your questions. Today's question comes from Instagram, and the question is from Conscious Music 1. They ask, what was your favorite part about the game? Practice, being on the field, hitting, chilling with teammates, the money, etc. Out of everything the game had to offer you, what was your favorite aspect of it? This is a really interesting and good question. I like this question. I like all the questions, but I like this question. Okay, so when you're a baseball player, especially a professional player, a major league player, there's a lot of cool things that come with being a player, right? You get to travel the country, especially in the major leagues. You get to be around the best players in the world and the best coaches. You stay in the best hotels. You eat the best food. You get paid the most money, right? Like there's nothing really bad about the major leagues. At least for me, there wasn't, except for not playing well. That's pretty bad. But there's so many good things that come from baseball, from the game of baseball. But if I had to say the two biggest things that I got out of the game, and this honestly wasn't even just a Major League Baseball thing, this was just a baseball thing in general. These are the two biggest things that I guess make me feel satisfied. And those things are, one, being able to put in work through practice. That could be on the field. That could be in the weight room. I love to practice more than I love to play the game in baseball, okay? In other sports I played, it was different. In football, it was all about the game. In the NFL, they call it all about Sunday or all about Saturday. In college, or maybe in high school, it's all about Friday night. In football, it was all about the game. That's all I wanted. There's nothing like a game night in football. Right now, I'd pay a lot of money to be able to go back and play in a football game right this second. Not in practice. Not about practice. Talk about the game, okay? I would pay a lot of money to play the game. You couldn't pay me money to go practice right now in football. But in baseball, it was different for me. In baseball, it was all about the practice. You could probably even say I was addicted to the feeling of improving in practice, and sometimes not even improving from day to day, because the improvement that you make sometimes is so small that you don't even realize you did it. You don't even realize you made improvement. You don't feel the improvement in baseball sometimes until you keep putting those days together, and then over a longer period of time, then you go, oh, I'm getting better here. But even if I didn't feel the improvement at practice or in the weight room, just the idea that I was there and I was doing it, no better feeling in the world for me. Right now, if you could say, hey, you can go practice baseball, we'll put you in a game and play baseball, I'd still say, let's go practice. I don't know why. Let me know if you're the same way, but I love to practice baseball, and I love being in the weight room. I love pushing myself and knowing that this is going to make me better and this is going to help me on the field. I love the off season. Really strange. I love it. I love the off season more than the season. Okay, so I love that. And then kind of with that is, I love the feeling of getting into a game and then having success because of the work you put in at practice. That feeling of success is I think that's unlike probably anything else in the game. And so it doesn't have to be a home run, but it can just be like a solid hit. It doesn't even have to be a solid hit. I could get a hit where I hit a number down the third base line and boom, I hit first base and get a hit. And there's a feeling that comes over you that's like, I did it. Now, maybe that's because I didn't get a lot of hits. But that's a lie, because I did get a lot of hits at certain levels, right? And it didn't matter what level. It doesn't matter if I was, at high A, Lake Elsinore, where I was, an all-star or an all-star in AAA or an all-star in double. It doesn't matter which level I was at. A hit, the feeling of getting a hit is a feeling that is tough to get doing anything else. I don't really, maybe I win a fantasy football game and I get a little bit of it. Maybe the Patriots win a game and I get a little bit of it. But when I'm getting in a baseball game, that was a different type of feeling. And the feeling you get when you hit, when you smoke a ball or you hit a home run, or you make a diving play, a great play, that feeling that you feel is what you're kind of always chasing. And I think that is, for me, like what you play for. It's for those feelings. And again, I played other sports. It's just in hockey when you score a goal, and football when you score a touchdown, like the feeling you get. That's why I think most people play the game. When you win a game, depending on the level you're at, I'm not gonna lie. In the minor leagues, when we won a game, I feel nothing. Most guys in the minor leagues win. They don't even talk about wins in the minor leagues. They probably should talk about this more, because winning, I think, is something that can be developed, and I think it's important. But in baseball, like even in the big leagues, when we won, we're in last place. I never got to really experience what it was like to win a meaningful game in the big leagues. Now in Double-A, we won the championship. I'll tell you what, when we won the championship, that was an unbelievable feeling. But there's not a lot of those. You don't get a lot of those in professional baseball, unfortunately. That's what stinks. But the feeling of individual success is a great feeling. And I'll tell you what, the feeling of not being successful is the worst feeling. It's like nothing can be worse. When I would go 0 for 4, 0 for 5, 0 for 23, that feeling is so bad. I mean, it's almost the exact opposite feeling of that feeling of success. But you keep playing, usually. You keep playing because you're always trying to get that next big hit, that next big play, that next home run, to make you feel, again, like all the work and everything you put in, it was worth it. And it's hard to describe that feeling, but it's just, I can feel it right now. Hitting the ball and, getting a stand-up double after hitting a ball in the gap, and you get on second base and it just comes over you like, I did it. It's only one hit, but I did it. And if you play, I'm sure you probably know that feeling. I think that's the biggest thing. All the other stuff is cool, but never made me feel the way having success on the field did. So those are the two big things. Thank you for the question. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, give it a thumbs up, all that good stuff. If you want your question answered, put in the comment section below and I'll try to get to it. That's all we have. We'll talk to you later.